What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. If you've been around this channel for a little bit, you probably know my feelings towards microtransactions in the Call of Duty franchise. However, my disdain for them hasn't always been there. Back when they were first introduced in Black Ops 2, I wasn't that concerned about them. I actually like some of the skins that we got to put on our guns in that game. But as the microtransactions have evolved and transformed into what they are today, my disdain has only grown for them. Not only was there a point in time where I felt the supply drop system was glorified gambling, but the bundle system as we see it now is just straight up robbery of content for the Call of Duty franchise. It is a barrier to entry to get cool stuff that honestly you should be able to earn in game. And the worst part about all this is you're stuck spending money on overpriced cosmetics that you're just going to forget about next year. It's a complete waste of your money because, as we've seen with what they did with Warzone 1.0, they can just make all of your in-game purchases disappear and then re-release them on a newer version some years later. Does that really sound like money well spent? I've talked about it before, how Fortnite and Apex Legends, those games have existed for years, and they're worth your investment when you spend money on a microtransaction because you get to keep that skin or that bundle for years. One of my favorite games right now, Dead by Daylight. You buy a survivor or a killer, you keep that survivor or killer until the game's non-existent anymore. And that game's been going strong for 7 years. So people that invested on day one, they've been able to utilize that investment for 7 years. You cannot say the same with Call of Duty. And the thing that makes me the most upset is that the cosmetics in Call of Duty are getting weirder and weirder. We're getting flame skulls, we're getting wolf costumes, we're getting people with saber-toothed tigers on their heads. Like, the cosmetics don't fit the aesthetic of Call of Duty anymore. And they're completely nonsensical. They're only there to generate revenue. And none of it is for the benefit of the player. And again, I might be able to look over all of this. I might be able to look past all of these decisions if the microtransaction revenue was being reinvested to make Call of Duty better. But as I've noted so many times in the past on this channel, that's not the case. We're not getting better Call of Duty games. We're not getting more content at launch. We're not getting better developers. We're just getting worse and worse games as they've injected more and more microtransactions. The fact that they've filled this game to the brim with bundles instead of to the brim with content showcases exactly where their mindset is at. They're not focused on delivering the best quality game. They're there to try to deliver the best quality cosmetic for you to buy. They don't care if you play the game. They just want you to buy things in their store. And they just simply haven't been worth it. They've never been worth it. If the games were 2 years long, yeah, they'd actually have a little bit of value in my opinion. But because it's only 1 year and you're only investing in something that's not making the game better, like, it's just become such a pet peeve of mine because this franchise could be so much better. The games could be so much better. And honestly, everything should be better. This system should help this game be better, this franchise be better. But unfortunately, it feels like the publisher is actively hindering the abilities of the developers because they're just more concerned about churning out bundle after bundle instead of making update after update. And the bundle's life cycle isn't very long. Like, if you buy a bundle today and you plan on buying Modern Warfare 3, you're going to get 4 months out of that bundle, and that's it. That $20. I mean, yeah, in retrospect, that's not a lot of money, but wouldn't it be more beneficial if you earned that bundle? Like, you'd feel a lot better about yourself. Like, again, it's never the destination. It's always the journey. The journey to getting Black Matter or the journey to get, like, a tough skin or a tough challenge completed is always so fun. It's not even necessarily about the reward in the end. Yes, some of the rewards are cool. Some of the skins in this game are really cool. But at the end of the day, when there's no value attributed to the journey, the skin's worthless. And I'd rather that we start attributing some value to these things. Bring back challenges. Make these skins worthy of my time invested in the game. Make it so that I feel like I'm getting rewarded instead of just instant gratification. And I get there's some people out there that love instant gratification, and that's fine. I don't want to take that away from you. But for those that like the grind, allow there to be some grind available. And that's part of the problem that I have with the seasonal prestige system, is there's no reward for the grind that you put in year after year, or month after month, or day after day, because your prestige just gets reset. But if you had something to constantly come on and battle for, I think it would be a lot more worth it. And that's why it doesn't resonate with me, because I'm not somebody who plays every single day. And I've always disliked that system. But we need to go away from only offering instant gratification and have some challenges and some rewards that are actually worth the time investment. As cool as Black Matter's been in some games, it's been a letdown in others. It'd be cool if they actually made that a big deal, and unfortunately, it's not going to be long until they just sell us that camo right out the gate so people don't have to grind for it. And I love the grind. That's what makes Call of Duty what it is. I was trying for months, years even, to try to get every accolade and every single emblem and title in Modern Warfare 2. And unfortunately, I didn't get there. But it would have been so beneficial, so rewarding if I would have been able to. And it's just disappointing that people have been robbed of that opportunity because they've chosen this path of least resistance. And that this is the way to generate the most revenue. And unfortunately, generating revenue is great, but it's not getting reinvested back into the players. It's not getting reinvested back into the game. So why don't you just meet us in the middle here? If you don't want to improve the game, at least have some worthwhile rewards for those who want to grind on your game, that want to pour hours and days into your game and don't want to spend money, so that they have a reason to come back. And if you allow players that opportunity, they might actually spend money on other cosmetics down the road. The goal is to retain players. That's what Call of Duty's algorithms are all about, because retention of players equals more money in Activision's pocket. So by creating worthwhile challenges and worthwhile rewards, you're actually going to keep players playing longer, which means more money in your pocket. At least that's your simple formula that you keep touting. So figure it out. Make it worthwhile to play your game on a daily basis. Make it so that you complete X amount of daily challenges or hourly challenges or weekly challenges and you get rewards or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not the guy behind the design decisions over at Activision. But make it so that I want to play your game every day. Make it so that I feel invested in your franchise, because as it currently stands, what investment do I have? What's the point of me grinding the game out? I get nothing in the end. All the cool stuff is locked behind a paywall instead of a time invested wall. And that's where I think we need to push this game towards, to make it better, because that's when Call of Duty is at its best, is when there's opportunities for people to grind. Like, think how many times you've played that opening mission on Call of Duty 4 where you run through the obstacle course. You kept trying to get the best time and kept trying to get the best time, and you improved here and there. You learned little nuances of it, and it was rewarding when you were able to get a super fast time. We should be getting rewarded for our time invested in the game instead of the money we invest in the game. That should be the purpose of Activision moving forward, is if you make it so people want to invest more time into the game, you're going to in turn get more money. And you need to make it rewarding for players. And they've removed that reward feeling. They've traded that in for instant gratification. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work. Look at Fortnite. I'm not saying Fortnite's the pillar of success, but they're a pretty successful game. They have instant gratification rewards, and they have grinding rewards. They have rewards for you actually going out and completing challenges. There's a little bit of both. Same goes for Apex Legends. So the opportunity's there. It's not like this is something brand new in the gaming industry, but what Call of Duty can do is they can actually pioneer something pretty revolutionary where it can reward players that love the grind and also have that opportunity for players who want that instant gratification. And unfortunately, where it stands right now, Call of Duty is more concerned about catering the game to those who want the instant gratification than to those that want to grind. And it's disappointing to see, because when Call of Duty is at its best, and I've said this before today, is when they cater the game more to people who grind and when they have rewards that are worth that gratification. Because sometimes, like I said, it's not just the reward, it's the journey along the way. But knowing that you got that because you completed this insanely hard challenge or this insanely long journey, it's worth it versus just going out and buying a skin. But that's my opinion. I'd love to know what you guys think. Is it more valuable to you to just buy a skin from the store or buy a bundle from the store? Or is it more valuable to earn that and to have that as a achievement that you've been able to accomplish? Let me know in the comment down below. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you coming here. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.